Hey everyone, and welcome. Sometimes the key to cracking a massive problem isn't some brilliant new plan, but a brilliant new way to structure a team. Today, we're going to dive into this amazing case study from a university that shows how the way you organize people can be way more innovative than the work itself. Let's get into it.
Okay, so just imagine you're staring down this exact question. A whole bunch of your academic programs are completely out of sync with national standards. Now, the old school way of thinking says you create a team for each program, right? Divide and conquer. But what if just one small, super-empowered team could do it all, but faster and even better? That's the big puzzle we're going to solve today.
So our story kicks off at the College of Computing and Applied Sciences, and believe me, they had a major problem. 4 of their main diploma programs were not lined up with something called the Oman Qualifications Framework, or OQF. Just think of the OQF as a national rulebook, something that makes sure every degree meets a certain standard of quality. So this wasn't just a paperwork headache, it was a real threat to the value of their students' degrees.
And the problems weren't small, they were baked right into the curriculum. We're talking about a total disconnect between what students were being taught and how they were graded. The credit system was all over the place, making it tough to compare qualifications, and there was no clear map showing how any given course actually met those national standards. For a student, this is a huge deal. It means their diploma might not be taken as seriously by employers or other universities. So, naturally, the first idea on how to fix all this was, well, the standard approach. It's exactly what most big organizations would do. Set up a clear hierarchy and split up all the work. It looks really logical on paper, but as you're about to see, it had some pretty serious hidden flaws.
So this was the plan. You've got this high-level technical team at the top making all the rules. Then, underneath them, you have all these different course teams, each one just focused on its own little piece of the puzzle. You can probably see the problem here, right? You're creating silos. Every team is working in its own little bubble, and trying to get real consistency across all 4 programs becomes a total nightmare.
But then, a revised proposal landed on the table, and it suggested something completely different. Instead of chopping up the work between a bunch of teams, it said, let's give it all to one team. This was a truly radical rethink of the whole process.
And this brilliant new idea was called the small cell team. Okay, let's unpack that definition because it's so good. Temporarily mandated. That means it has one specific job to do and then it's done. Academically autonomous, this is huge. It means the team is actually empowered to make its own decisions, which gives them real ownership. And the best part? It's a single working unit, a team of 5 to 8 experts pulled from across all the programs, not stuck inside of them.
And this is just brilliant practical thinking. The proposal knew you can't just ask people to do this incredibly complex, high-stakes work in their spare time. For this new model to actually work, the team members had to be given the time and the focus to do the job right. It shows they really understood how to make an innovative idea work in the real world.
So this sets up a really fascinating comparison, right? You've got the traditional siloed approach versus this new synergistic model. Let's put them side by side and see how they stack up.
Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. The standard model is fragmented, it's top-down, and every team is just worried about its own little turf. But the small cell team model, it's integrated, it's cross-functional, the authority isn't just coming from the top, it's delegated down to the experts doing the work. And most importantly, the whole focus shifts from just fixing individual programs to guaranteeing consistency across the entire system. And here it is. This is the absolute bombshell of the whole story. The project plan, all 9 phases of the actual work, was identical in both proposals. The what they had to do didn't change one bit. They still had to review specs, revise outcomes, calculate credits, all of it. The absolute game changer was who was doing the work and how they were organized to do it.
So why does this one story from one university matter to the rest of us? Well, because it holds this incredibly powerful and universal lesson about how we solve problems, not just in a school, but in any company, any organization. Think about the power of this for a second. One small team completely transformed 4 entire diploma programs. That one little unit achieved a level of consistency that would have been almost impossible with that old fragmented approach. It's just a perfect example of the power of synergy.
And that right there is the lesson for all of us. We get so obsessed with the what, the problem we're trying to solve, the goal we're trying to hit. But this story proves that the real innovation, the real genius, is often in the how we build our teams, how we empower them, and how we create a structure where they can actually work together.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Think about the biggest challenge you or your organization is facing right now. Got it? Okay. Now look at the team you've got. Is its structure actually designed for silos, or is it designed for synergy? Because as we've seen today, sometimes the best way to fix the problem is to first fix the team.